Hello guys, Frozen Neptunia here and welcome back to Tales of Graces F. On the last episode we kinda crashed. But, yeah, we're kinda stuck on Fodra for now. I know how we get back and it's kind of obvious. Like, we have our airship, which is a RPG staple, really. Huh. These things aren't actually weak to either.
Always give it our best. That wasn't it, was it?
Hey, we did our best. Yeah, this is actually my second attempt at recording this episode. Because, I forgot to turn my mic on. Yeah, I'm kind of embarrassed. Okay, so this is one thing that I love. God damn it. This is one thing I like about Fodra, is its battle theme. For some reason... No. Equipment. Yeah, thing with Fodra! Lot of enemies. They like their status elements. It is a bit of a shame. Though, a good thing that's going to come out of this is... Let's just say, by the end of this arc... What was I going to say? God damn it. That moment where I just blank mid-sentence. But no, by the end of this arc, both Pascal and Malik are going to be a little more useful when it comes to dealing with Nova enemies. Like, hell, we're actually kind of close to the end of the game. I say kind of close. Like, if we don't do any optional stuff, we've got... I want to say about 4 dungeons left. And yeah, there is a lot... There's actually quite... Well, it's a JRPG, so of course there's just a lot of things to do. I'm still wondering, how in the hell... Like, are we getting... like, food items here? Look around us, people, it's a wasteland. And no end in sight.
No signs of intelligent life. Nothing but some weird monsters. What happened here?
Hey, Sophie. Pascal says that distant ball in the sky might be our world. Isn't that amazing? Sophie? Asbel, Sophie isn't responding.
Hey! Hey, Sophie!
Let me see her. Okay, she's fine. You two can chill now. Really? I mean, right. Of course. Of course she is. But if we don't hurry, she'll keep getting worse.
Damn it! Why?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I promise we're going to save you, Sophie. Just hold on for a little longer.
So, yeah, it seems more of Sophie's senses are kind of going on us. Huh, reminds me of JoJo Part 5.
Looks like this really is a city. Or at least it used to be.
What a mess. Do you think we'll find anyone here?
I don't know. This place looks as empty as everything else we've seen here.
Hey, there's somebody on the floor.
Is that Sophie?
No, but the resemblance is uncanny.
What did you do?
I don't know. I just touched her and then poof. Hey, I see someone.
Stop! Wait! Don't go!
Well, at least we know someone's alive.
Come on, let's find them and start asking questions.
So, Pascal can disintegrate someone with a single touch. And Chipped Claw. So, if we go to the item shop, for some reason we can buy a Magna Carta card. And also these. I'm a bit annoyed at myself that I didn't actually buy any new oh, that's a cool name. Demon Bane Arrow. That has to come from some Japanese folklore or something. But yeah, how do you get a full book from a twig and a seed? Decisive dice. Dice that are made for cheating, but cheating that don't always roll the numbers you want. What? What's the point of having a loaded dice if it doesn't help you? And grape gels. Wait, I can mix the theory of evolution with common metal. Huh? Yeah, okay, yep, RPGs. The great makers of sense. Though, actually... Oh, got hiccups. Again. In. Huh, requests. Who in the hell here wants egg? 12 of them at that. Okay, Protos. Oh, okay, these might be from the past. Oh, sticking together.
This is a disquieting place. I hope it's really where we need to be.
Come on, let's chase that person we saw earlier.
Maybe we should split up.
That sounds reasonable, but splitting up may cause additional problems.
No, we need to stick together. We have no idea what lies ahead of us.
I agree. And we should all be together to protect Sophie as well.
AKA the golden rule of D&D. Don't split the group. It doesn't matter if the one that's gone on his own is the rogue or the bard. Never split the group.
What is this? It appears to be moving.
A clock? Maybe not. Actually, the Overseer used to have something like this.
Its presence suggests that a great many people did inhabit this location at one time.
And now it's all lonely and stuff.
Huh?
Machines were built for humans to use. So now this one has no purpose. It's totally sad.
I'd expect you to say that.
I wouldn't go so far as to say machines have souls, but still.
Your sentiment does have a point.
She says machines don't have souls. Oh, that's going to be a bit of a something we find out later on. Yeah, we just got these like, little elevator things, but let's go in that room over there first. A storeroom. I don't think there's anything in the storeroom. Giant tub. Wait, that lid is moving.
What is that smell? Disgusting.
Something must be rotting.
I'll never get this out of my clothes. Ooh, yum! Somebody's fermenting soybeans. Soybeans? Why? You can make all kinds of goodies out of soybeans if you vary the fermentation level.
Fermentation level?
Yeah, it's a lot easier than you think it is. All it really boils down to is the amount of time you spend fermenting them.
So are you saying these soybeans are going to become something else?
Maybe we should try some and see.
Pascal, how can you tolerate this smell without holding your nose?
I like this smell.
How could... oh!
Pascal continuing to prove that she is the oddest ball in this franchise. And that franchise also has Magilu. Yeah, I'll give you 3 guesses to who my favourite Berseria character is. I actually don't remember what floor we have to go to. Follow the person we saw. We saw them go right. That was it. I'm just trying to remember what else is actually here. Huh. You can see the planet from here. Though I wonder why it actually does have that giant ring around it. Seriously, making a ring around a planet. That can't be easy.
Oh, so that's it. I think I finally just figured out what's been bothering me about this planet.
What is it?
I felt like something was missing. I mean, besides all the people. But I couldn't put my finger on it.
And now you have?
It's hard to put into words, but... See, on our world, you can sense the life in any living being. Even monsters. But the monsters here aren't like that. They lack a certain... spark, I guess.
I get what you mean. I think we've all felt something similar ever since we landed here.
Plants and animals, or any other kind of life form barely exist on this planet at all. I guess that must be why this is here.
Yeah, it makes sense that the people who once lived here wanted to preserve any kind of remaining life.
I can't imagine what they must have gone through. Our world is so full of life. Being here makes me realize how much I take it for granted.
I guess all we can do now is to honor the past and make sure the same mistakes aren't committed again. We have to make sure Athenia doesn't suffer the same fate as Fodra.
It's funny how a lot of people can learn from just, like, literally the past. Those who don't learn from the past are doomed to repeat it. Just wish certain people in our world would actually learn that bloody lesson. We can't go that way, so let's go to the bottom floor. Because that's probably where we have to go, even though there was no indication of we had to go to this floor. Still, this might also be the wrong floor. Never mind. Huh. Just runs off into this room.
What's going on with that machine?
Hey, it's a person!
She's not breathing and she has no pulse, but I don't think she's dead.
Did you bring these people here, Sai?
She is alive!
And who might you all be?
My name is Asbel Lant. My friends and I came here from a different world.
A different world? Do you mean Ephinia? Does that mean the seal has finally been broken?
Ephinia?
No? How odd. Then how, may I ask, did you arrive here?
We flew here in a shuttle created by my ancestors. Although it kind of broke when we landed.
I see. So you must be an Amarcian.
That's me! But how do you know about the Amarcians? Is there some kind of connection between us and Fodra?
There is, yes.
So are you a Fodran?
Yes, I am. My name is Emerald. Forgive me for not making introductions sooner. I never dreamed that I might one day speak to people from Ephinia.
Ephinia must be their name for our homeworld.
I appear to have been asleep for quite some time.
Do you know how long exactly?
Around 1,000 years, I believe.
Holy crap!
I had planned to awaken when the chaos on Fodra subsided. I had no idea it might take this long.
I'm sorry to be so forward, but we have an urgent question. Do you know this girl?
That's Protos Haste, is it not? It also appears to be malfunctioning. Did you bring this all the way from Ephinia?
What do you mean malfunctioning?
Could it be that you don't know about Protos Haste? Protos Haste is not a human being. It is an artificial humanoid soldier created by Fodran scientists.
Humanoid?
Constructs that resemble people, but are not.
Not people.
That would explain why she didn't age during the 7 years she was missing.
Well, I don't care. She's still Sophie. She's still our friend. Sophie is sick, Emerald, and we came here to find a cure. Do you know a way to treat her?
Protos Haste is equipped with a self-healing module, but... yes, that seems to be malfunctioning as well. The damage is quite severe. Could it have been Lambda? This unit can be repaired, but we must take it to the Humanoid Research Center. However, the center had been overrun by monsters even before I went to sleep. I imagine it's much worse now. Going there will put your lives in grave danger, and Protos Haste will be unable to defend you. Also, even if you reach the center, there is no guarantee that its equipment will still function. It's quite possible that this unit is simply beyond repair.
No.
Knowing all that, are you still willing to risk your lives for Protos Haste?
Yes, Sophie's our friend, and we'd do anything to save her.
Very well. In that case, I will not attempt to dissuade you further. There is a machine in the research center that should be able to repair this unit, although I do not know if it still functions. However, you will be unable to operate the machine without my help, so I will accompany you on your journey.
We appreciate the help.
I will also see that your shuttle is repaired in the meantime. Sai, please get the shuttle to the launch bay and see that it is fully repaired. It would not do to have our guests brave the research center, only to be stranded here in the end.
The shuttle's in pretty bad shape, so feel free to whack it around or whatever.
Thank you, Emerald. You've already been a tremendous help.
Yes, well, I suppose we should be off.
Okay, so I didn't want to edit in who Emerald's voice actor is because, well, it's Tara Platt. She's actually one of the more recognizable voice actors for me, seeing as let's just say in most of the roles I know Tara Platt for, she sounds pretty much the same. Don't get me wrong, it's kind of like a Bryce Papenbrook situation, is that he's very recognizable, but it goes into more of, what am I trying to say here? That, it just shows I really like a lot of the characters she plays that I know of. Like, Emerald, I'm not going to spoil anything with her, but, because, to be fair, I actually really like what they do with Emerald. You'll see hints of it here and there. But, what I was saying is that two main roles that I really like her from, which are, well, to be fair, considering how much I love Hyperdimension Neptunia, yeah, she's Vert. And also, Fire Emblem's greatest antagonist. I won't say who, because it is massive spoilers. But seriously, actually, is there any point, like, the game's been out for a while, and most people that probably watch this have already played Fire Emblem, Three Houses. But yeah, I would say Edelgard is my favourite lord in that game, but sorry, I'm on the Dimitri bandwagon. Like, it's... Yeah, Edelgard being the villain is so... Well, I wouldn't say villain, I would say more antagonist. The actual villains are those who sliver in the dark. But... God, I really love Three Houses. Even though, to this day, I actually haven't done the church. The church's route. Though I know it's basically the same as Golden Deer. Yeah, problem with repeated playthroughs with me is my attention span sucks. And...
That was some fancy knife work. What else are you hiding from us? Oh, I'm not hiding.
if I find more time to work on my eloquence with words and being able to put what's actually in my head on paper, I would make a video on my thoughts of Three Houses.
This is the Humanoid Research Center?
I will warn you again. If you value your lives, please use extreme caution while inside this facility.
I just hope their machines still work so we can help Sophie.
Come on, let's get inside and see.
So quiet. All I can hear is my heartbeat. But I'm still alive. Trust will only betray. Hope will only disappoint. We must remove all hope and return it to the planet. To the planet's soul, Lambda.
That is actually the first time we get Richard name-dropping Lambda. Yeah. This late into the game. Though... Oh, I remember these. This is probably the best part about these dungeons. Yeah, the Fodran dungeons, I don't like them. Because it's well, this one especially is a lot of backtracking with, okay. Just get thrown by the tentacles. Okay, yeah, so these things are weak to ARts. Ugh.
The rumors are true. I really am that awesome.
Why do I get hiccups so much when I talk for long amounts of time? I don't know. But okay, so the actual music for this dungeon's actually pretty cool.
This wall is a little different from the walls around it, so that could mean...
That it's a retractable shutter. If that's the case, then there must be a device somewhere that controls it.
Yes, let's find it.
And they came to that example, like, it looks like a door, not a slider. Though, I guess this place will being all futuristic-y, and yeah, we get new slimes. That's green.
Stay on your game.
But no, I do actually like the more artificial look of the enemies here. Like, they look a lot less monstrous, and like, they still use like the same textures and stuff as, the design textures, but just their colour palette just makes them look interestingly organic. Inorganic is the word I was looking for. Oh look. Push a button. Yes. So, Fodra has two main dungeons. The Research Center, which... The puzzle here is... Well, we'll be getting to it in a minute. I think in this door? Yeah. Power cells! So, the length of this dungeon is basically padding. And yeah, Hubert is amazing for this point in the game, seeing as most things in here are really weak to ARts. So why aren't I playing as Hubert? I forgot to change over to him. Okay, so what else to say about this dungeon other than like the artificial look of the enemies? Because there's really not much to this dungeon. At least gameplay-wise.
Sometimes I get so lost in serious thought.
Because... I'm trying to find... Yeah, and we've got to come back here fairly frequently. So this dungeon is more, I want to say, boring. Because all it is going back and forth, taking charged batteries and replacing them with the worn down ones. Yeah, because that's fun. Just put the spent battery there, take that one. Yeah, you can exchange them. It's not like a Final Fantasy X situation where it's like, oh, you can't swap the spheres, because they could have at least given us a reason why you can't pick up more than one sphere. Like, that's still one of my only real faults with Final Fantasy X. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of puzzle dungeons, as I've said plenty of times during this playthrough. Which, yeah, it's also why I've never gotten into Legend of Zelda. Mainly because I really don't like puzzles. I like actual gameplay. I've probably triggered a lot of people by saying that. Like, oh, how can you not like puzzles but want gameplay? I wish I had an answer for you. That's all I can really say. Like, I don't like puzzles because it's more... Okay, I'm trying to think of a puzzle in a game I actually like. Like, mainly ones that fit the, like, actual aesthetics. So, for example, let's take Persona 5. Let's go with Madarame's Palace. The second palace of the game has a puzzle with you trying to find the right copy of the Sayuri. Which, once we see the real Sayuri, we know they're all fake, but yeah, it's thematic to the area, so I didn't mind it too much, and it also wasn't, like... What's the word I'm looking for here? Like, it doesn't feel intrusive or just there for padding, like this dungeon's puzzle gimmick, seeing as you've got to go back and forth to get batteries. And I was not paying attention to any of what they were saying. Okay, so what they're doing is going a bit more into Hubert's past, and to be fair, like, you can actually really sympathise with why Hubert became how he was during the Windor arc. Seeing as, well, to his point of view, they shipped him off. To him, they didn't want him. Which, that must honestly hurt. But yeah, like, I still don't agree with what Aston did, seeing as he wanted his children I kind of think it's like he wanted, like, another version of himself. Like, pushing his ideals onto his firstborn child, and then just getting rid of his youngest child so they won't fight over the land. But if you actually take a step back and look at it, did you really think they would fight over the land considering how timid Hubert was? Like, I know I'm bringing it up here when I should have brought this up way later in the game. Wait, later? Earlier in the game. But, yeah, it is still just one thing I really don't like about Aston. And then they try and make you feel sorry for the fact that he died. Yeah, in my opinion, he's one of the worst fathers in video games. Yeah, there are a ton worse, which I can't name any off the top of my head, and I'm really low on Eleth. So, Hubert got... no, not Keeper of Secrets. Lover of Lant. Physical attack up, Cross Mirage, and EB boost. It's not great. Let's go with this, actually. So I'll do what I actually said I would do and just swap the team. Well, not really swap the team around because I personally think that Malik isn't that good for this portion of the game. seeing especially in later dungeons, we're going to have a lot of enemies that kind of, I want to say not really swarm us, but let's just say Pascal's A-arts are a little bit more useful than Malik's are. Book of Exchanging. Wasn't finished reading that game. I've got a lot of books. Okay, a book that halves the amount of Gald you earn, but restores a proportional amount of Eleth. I'm actually going to put this on. Mainly because, what do I want to get rid of? Because I don't want too many books, because I still want to be able to cook things. No, I want Book of Talon. Yeah, let's take out the chicken bowl. Exchange. So let's actually see how much of a difference it makes. And, okay, so this is also another reason why I love playing as Hubert, and it just feels so satisfying. Because his... Oh, thank you, game. If he kills them, it's fine. Okay, he killed one of them. Really? Huh. Right. But yeah, one thing I do find really, like... Okay, so we only got 200 Gald, so we'd only gotten about 500. It's not too much of a decrease, seeing as you're meant to get Gald through... Actually, to be fair, it only gave me back 21. If it gave me back 200 units... Yeah, I'm going to put, let's put in the chicken egg bowl. And use... Because I know I've got some of these. Let's just use 2 of those to get me on a decent level of Eleth. Just to last us through the dungeon. Because with us running around with the Book of Sprinting, and other things. But, okay, so I've been thinking this whole time about what is it I actually like about this theme. It reminds me of the main Fairy Tail theme. Which... It's actually kind of a guilty pleasure anime for me, because I know it's not the most popular anime, and I know a lot of people hate it because of Power of Friendship and all that kind of stuff, but I've always kind of had a soft spot for Fairy Tail. Like, it's one of the longer running shows that I actually kind of like, seeing as with Naruto, I just played the Ninja Storm games. One Piece, I gave up at about episode 100 and started reading the manga. Yeah, yeah, I've got a complicated history with One Piece. And then the only other really, like, long-running anime that I love to literal death is Bleach. Because, unlike the other members of the Big Three, it actually did something to catch my interest very early on, and that's more... Okay, so these hollow things are quite interesting. Oh, they're going to be using swords. Like... Ooh, I like. And then... Well... The Soul Society arc happened. And... Yeah, I was... Well, to be fair, I was hooked as soon as Renji and Byakuya were introduced, because when we got to learn, like, oh, a Zanpakuto has more than can actually be released. Oh, and I actually do think that I actually think that Renji was the perfect character to introduce that to us. Seeing as his Zanpakuto, Zabimaru, is actually really... It's simple. Like, we didn't have to worry about any complicated ability, which is what I liked about the Soul Society arc. That, yeah, Zanpakuto all have a unique thing to them, but it's never too over the top in a sense. Yeah, we do have some Zanpakuto where it's... Ow. Headphones. Ow. Ah. That is one of the problems with having long hair. Can I actually go... Okay, so let's go back up to floor 1. Because this is the gimmick of this place, and we're at 40 minutes. Bloody hell. So... Yeah, this dungeon isn't that fun, because you've just got to backtrack. I should have cut it out, if I'm honest. No hiccups. B1 South. Alright, is this the right place? Yes, it is. So, B2 South. If I'm thinking correctly, this dungeon is split up into 2 parts. So I will keep going until we get to a save point. Which might be problematic if this video ends up going on over an hour. Oh, hello. Though, to be fair, some of these fights I could probably cut out. I blew that way too early. I didn't nearly kill them. I can't remember what weapon Hubert actually has again. But yeah, I do like Dual Blade Dance.
You performed reasonably as well.
Yeah, you're going to see me spam that quite a bit. And the rare scabbard. Ooh. Okay, yeah. I think there's a discovery point in this room. Nope, there isn't. Moving on. So yeah, I'll keep going until I get to the next save point. I'll try and avoid some fights, actually. That might cut down on progression to time. Oh. I was saying. So, I'm a man of my word. So, as per usual, I've been Frozen Neptunia, and I'll see you all. I'll see you lovable people in the next episode. Bye for now.